Tonight for an investigation into current climate advisor, former Secretary of State John Kerry. Republicans are upset over allegations Kerry leaked Israeli military secrets or classified information to Iran. State Department correspondent Rich Edson reports tonight.
He spent 4 years as President Obama's Secretary of State and is now President Biden's climate envoy. Though Republicans are demanding investigations into John Kerry's time as a private citizen during the Trump administration and his conversations then with Iran's foreign minister. In a letter to Secretary of State Antony Blinken, Republican Senator Chuck Grassley asks, quote, "Have you begun a security inquiry and review into Secretary Kerry's potential mishandling and improper disclosure of sensitive and classified information? If not, why not? If so, when did you begin?" Grassley also joined 18 other Republican senators requesting President Biden initiate an investigation into Kerry and suspend his security clearance.
A very simple request that we think the president should do, which is take a look at these allegations. This is a very serious allegation.
Last month, reports claimed that Iranian Foreign Minister Javad Zarif said that Kerry revealed to him that Israel had attacked hundreds of targets in Syria. Kerry maintains he never discussed those strikes with Zarif. State Department officials point out these attacks were well known, and even the Israeli government publicly acknowledged them. In an interview on CNN, Blinken said, quote, "These things were so secret that they were all reported in the press at the time. So it is utter nonsense, and it's really unfortunate that people continue to try and play politics with this." Other Republicans have requested investigations, including those on the House Oversight Committee. They want a review of Kerry's security clearance and all documents related to his access to classified information. Senator Grassley is also requesting the State Department's Inspector General investigate Kerry. A spokesperson says the Inspector General's office has received the senator's letter and has no further comment. Next week, Republicans will get their chance to question Kerry directly. He's scheduled to testify before the House Foreign Affairs Committee about the administration's climate policies. Republicans say they expect to ask him about other issues as well. Brett?
Rich, we're learning about a new timeline for when the 2015 nuclear agreement with Iran could be restored.
That's right. During these negotiations, a senior State Department official says that could happen in the next few weeks, though it depends on whether Iran will agree to curb its nuclear program. The official says there are still gaps between the U.S. and Iran as these negotiations continue. Opponents of the deal say they are looking at which sanctions the Biden administration would agree to lift. Remember, it was the Trump administration and its maximum pressure campaign that put substantial new sanctions on against Iran. Those are largely still in effect. Brett?
Rich Edson, live at the State Department. Rich, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.